know he was on the American Ninja Warrior?
Who?
Tony Miles.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to pull it up.
Holy
Tony
shit.
Miles, American Ninja Warrior.
What are we even, what is even happening here?
It's the PokerNews Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 1002 of the PokerNews Podcast. I'm Chad Holloway, joined by Mike Holt at the Venetian Poker Live Studio in Las Vegas. Mike, we get to check off a new location for, the poker bucket list, if you will, where we've recorded. I've been here before for the MSPT podcast, but your first time recording.
First time recording, but not first time at this table. I played the final table where I V-pipped exactly one hand and lost a few year ago, maybe something like that. But we're back and ready for action. What a nice setup they have here.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're going to talk Venetian, all things Venetian, because what we've been focused on the World Series of Poker quite a bit all summer long. We had the Venetian series here. It started back in May. I'll get you the exact dates. So it was the Venetian Summer DeepStack Championship, May 21st through August 2nd, 121 numbered events. I didn't make it over here to play. I was so busy, working for PokerNews, doing 4 shows a week. I don't know if you got over here at all.
No, my plan was to get over here a bunch. And it's actually something that's really disappointing as far as my summer went, was I won my bracelet, so I had to play WSOP events to try to go for Player of the Year. Did pretty poorly the rest of the year, so I wish I would have come over here and seen, maybe I could have done better. And I heard the events were great. I had a bunch of friends do well over here, so yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, we're going to talk about a lot of the winners. We'll show some big hands that took place at this very table from some of the cash games that were streamed on Venetian Poker Live involving Chino, Rheen, Michael's Mizrachi. We'll get into it, but let's talk about the Venetian Summer Series, 121 numbered events, 28,595 combined entries, not including satellites. So that was just the numbered events, not satellites, and just $50,000 south of $23 million in prize pools awarded. And that's pretty impressive.
Not bad considering the buy-in amounts for most of the tournaments were not that high. So yeah, pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, $233,000 in overlays. That's something I actually appreciate about the Venetian. So they send results from all their tournaments and list, the prize pools, the entries, the results, and then it will say if there is an overlay.
That's pretty sick, actually. And yeah, that's a good amount of overlays. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Kind of was, it was unfortunate I didn't get to play here very much. You've got a lot of value in that stuff. Overlays are good for the players, not great for the property. So pretty cool that they're transparent about that.
Yeah, and you mentioned buy-ins. I'm looking over the range of buy-ins, if you will. So there's a lot of $250 tournaments, but a bunch of ones that went up to $400, $800, $600, $1,100, $2,200. We'll go over some of these results here in just a moment. But I do want to talk about in my opinion, one of the biggest stories to come out of this summer from the Venetian was that of France's Adel Kabani won 3 titles. So out of those 121, mentioned there was a 3-time winner.
Yeah, good for him. That's pretty sick. Very impressive stuff. Winning 3 tournaments, and that you said how many entries there were this summer. That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah, event number 38 was a $600 bounty for $8,200. Then event number 53, a $600 same bounty for almost $8,000 more, and then a $250 no limit bounty, event number 93 for $6,500. And he wasn't the only multiple winner. Richard Kent took down 2 titles, event number 46, the $600 bounty for $10K, and a $250 event number 97 no limit hold'em bounty. He's out of San Diego. So I always like winning 1 tournament is hard enough. Winning 2, impressive. Winning 3, you don't see that very often.
Yeah, I thought you were just going to keep going. Winning 4, winning 5. Yeah, no, great stuff by them. Awesome. It must feel great to win a couple tournaments in a row, get some momentum going. Not been happening for me lately. So, envious of these gentlemen.
We talked about it when you won your bracelet about it's hard to have a bad summer, right? And I talked to Eddie Blumenthal, a good friend of mine who also won a bracelet this summer, his first. But he said, the bracelet, obviously great. Everything outside the bracelet went as poorly as could be.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this, but you still can't complain. You want to brace it.
No, I whenever I was talking, I was like, what am I even saying? No, I want a stupid amount of money, and multiple summers in a row will be free for me, basically. So yes, yeah, no, I'm not envious. I want a bunch more money than that, but good for them though. It's very sick still for the buy-in amount. I mean, they did great.
Yeah, I'm going to go scroll through the results. I have them. We'll probably flash some on the screen. Just want to see like the 6-figure scores this summer at the Venetian, big one. So June 10th, there was an $1,100 no limit hold'em. This is one of the premier ones. 1,669 runners, 1.6 million in the prize pool. It looks like Mississippi's Gerald Stogner took that down for $200K. And then 4 days later, event number 44, $1,100 no limit hold'em seniors, 1,249 entries, 1.2 million in the prize pool. Kent Roman out of Michigan took it down for 162,000.
I gotta say, as poker is aging, it feels like these senior events really have just been like going up in value. I think it's something the poker community needs to target and build series around. I mean, it seems like, I mean, I'm looking at the numbers here, and it's like, wow, like that's a big turnout for seniors, and that's kind of what I saw at everywhere else in Vegas as well. So properties around the world, I mean, it seems like seniors is going to be a big market coming up year after year.
Yeah, I don't disagree, and we've seen the introduction of like seniors high rollers, which have been very popular. I know people who travel exclusively to play, we'll call it the senior circuit during the WSOP, you know, or during the summer. So the seniors events here at the Wynn, at the WSOP, and they don't want to play anything else. They like to play with their peers, and let's face it, not always the top professionals.
No, the senior events are much, much easier than any of the other events. I mean, I haven't played them, but just speaking to other seniors, you know, I know a lot of the guys that grind that circuit. I wouldn't even say grind; they just crush it so hard. And it's a series of tournaments, and it's gotten bigger and bigger every year. Same with the ladies stuff. So awesome to see. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if these numbers are just going to keep getting better and better, because if you have the choice to play between a group of guys and women around your age, everybody's probably acting faster, not everyone's a professional, whereas when you're playing the other events and half the guys have hoodies and they're tanking and doing all this stuff, I think it's a pretty easy choice which one I would play.
Yeah. What do you think about one of the kind of newer tournaments on the scene that I know the guys on the Gulf Coast Poker Tour have really popularized, is kind of a rookies tournament, if you will, meaning you can't play if you have an X amount of tournament earnings, according to the Hendon model.
I love it. I think it's really good. I think it's like excellent stuff. I didn't even know anybody was doing that, but I swear to God, me and my buddy Mike were talking about this the other day. Like it's a untapped market, and we were talking about, I think it was like, we were talking about during the summer, like, why is it that there's no tournaments? It's like, because he was like, why are you playing the 500? Like, it just doesn't even seem fair for you to be in the field and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. And he's like, there should just be WSOP events where you can't enter if you've ever won a ring or a bracelet or under a certain amount, or et cetera. And I agree. I think that would bring out a lot more people, because people are afraid. Like, I know, me personally, after my first big tournament, like when I sat down, I was like, holy shit, this is like way different than I imagined, and everything is like more serious. So if I had a different experience, maybe I wouldn't have played again. So having the first events be something that's like softer and nicer and more catered to that, I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, and on the flip side, they did this a number of years ago at the WSOP. They had a bracelet winners only event. You had to have won a bracelet to play, which I thought was a lot of fun. I played it and got to compete against wider range of...
You have a bracelet?
Yeah, that's right. But I got to play with Mizrachi in that one, Vitaly Lunkin, and I don't know. I do like these sort of tournaments that have some sort of qualifier on it. I think it is appealing to a lot of different players, especially when we're saying, we just started with talking with seniors, but also, as we just mentioned, like recreational players. So
sure, I don't love the one with the bracelet, honestly. I think it's much better if you do, like, if you're going to run a series, like during that series or during the series before, everyone that did well in that exact one or that one, they're playing the tournament, like a tournament of champions type deal. I like that better than just like, you have to have one of our trophies to participate. I don't know why that is, but that's how I feel.
That could be like a good thing for WSOP Paradise at the end of the year, December, and it's the culmination of the WSOP Player of the Year, and anybody who's won a bracelet throughout the year is invited to some sort of tournament of champions, which could be filmed.
They've never done that before.
Well, yeah, but like do it actually correctly or with the right gravitas that it deserves. And Mike Sexton, I think, was the originator of the original Tournament of Champions, and I know I do like that kind of stuff, but I'm also the the hardcore poker kind of guy.
I was talking. There should be some interesting stuff this winter coming out. I'm very excited to see the poker landscape in December. That's all I have to say about that.
Event number 58 was another seniors event, $1,600 buy-in, 1,115 entries, 1.6 million in the prize pool. Lance Oliver took that down for 195K. There's some names here that I do recognize. Andrew Ostapchenko took down a $1,100 no limit hold'em event for 62K. He is a beast. He's a name I always see crushing it.
He was on my direct right at the final table for my bracelet this year. I think he got 6th or 7th. I can't remember exactly, but he was the one. He was definitely the most formidable opponent at that table, and had a great time playing with him. And he had a great summer, obviously winning that. And he had some other good scores as well.
Caleb Firth won $1,100 PLO event number 59, 300 runners for $46,000. When I think PLO players, his name comes to mind.
It's just one of the nicest guys in poker, honestly. And like his unassuming nature at first made me think he wasn't as good as he is. But in PLO tournaments, this guy just fucking dominates everyone. Everywhere he goes, he's always chipping PLO 8, PLO, Big O. I mean, Bruno Forth, a monster, and also always wearing 2 different shoes.
Really?
2 different shoes all the time. He's always got a cool hat. We've exchanged hats multiple times. Wears one of each shoe. It's pretty interesting.
Speaking of cool hats, I brought my my Overlord Starscream Transformers.
I love the colors.
Yeah, it's 40th anniversary of the Transformers movie. I'm a big fan. I'm a geek, so I thought, let me bring that. So
I wish I had an Overlord, a brand new Overlord hat to have brought and worn, but alas, I haven't gotten mine yet.
Yeah, you'll see me. They got the license to like Marvel, so they're going to be doing X-Men stuff and GI Joe stuff. So you'll be seeing me in some more hats, I think. So event number 63, $600 no limit hold'em bounty, 166 runners. Tony Miles took it down for just south of $12,000. You mentioned Caleb Firth being a nice guy. I'd say the same thing about Tony Miles.
I would say the same thing about Tony Miles. For the most part, I love Tony Miles. But Tony Miles was like, the last time I saw him, he was like, hey, what happened to your stripper girlfriend last summer? I was like, I didn't have a stripper girlfriend. What are you talking about? I'm in front of a bunch of people. He's like, no, you dated a stripper. I was like, that never happened. What are you talking about? So fun stuff. He
finished runner-up in the main event, and was it to Johnson? If I'm remembering
that
right.
Is what happened. Yeah. The hand where, yes, it was Johnson.
And then he, did you know he was on American Ninja Warrior?
Who?
Tony Miles. Like, this is true.
How did he do?
He didn't like win it or go deep, but like they did a whole segment on him, and like he got in ripped shape for it. And
no fucking way.
Yeah, there's an article on Poker News. Like he's one of the reality TV stars, if you will, but this one for American Ninja Warrior.
I had no idea that happened, and that's pretty cool. Actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up.
Holy
Tony
shit.
Miles, American Ninja Warrior.
What are we even? What is even happening here? Oh, there's okay.
Yeah, there's
some stuff.
He had a prop bet with Sean Deeb over this. I forgot about this. Okay. So this was, I wrote this in
a dispute.
Yeah, this is let's see. I should have been more prepared. It was, so in 2018, Tony Miles, runner up. He had a $75,000 prop bet against Sean Deeb, but it ended in a dispute because of differing interpretations. Miles believed he needed to advance to the next round, which he did, but he did not do so by hitting the buzzer at the end of these courses. I don't know if you've watched American, but instead made it to stage 5 of the course before falling. For Deeb, he thought he actually had to hit the buzzer. It was a 15-1 on a $5,000 bet. So I'll actually have to see how they did. Anyways, but Tony Miles, American Ninja Warrior.
Tony Miles, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he doesn't play a lot. I talked to him this summer at the World Series of Poker. He was there and just doing his thing, enjoying life, and in the meantime winning a title here at the Venetian. Let's see, another $185,000 winner, Eric Bunch out of Oklahoma. I know that name. Topped the field of 1,500 in 2 entries. Another $1,100 no limit hold'em tournament. Likewise, an $800 no limit hold'em tournament. Event number 74, $1,720 24 entries. Daniel Primerano out of Italy, he won it for $148,000.
Wow, good stuff.
You mentioned ladies events a little bit earlier. Daria Krasnikova out of Portugal took down the $2,500 no limit hold'em Lips ladies high roller for $70,000. So congrats to her.
I know that Portugal is a European country. Like, I know that.
Do you know where? But you don't know where it's at?
No, I do. It's like right next to Spain. But then that's not. But every time I think about Portugal, the name just sounds tropical. I feel like it's in the Caribbean. You know what I mean? I know it's not, but it feels like it should be.
Tell me about Jim Collopy. He took down event number 98, the $800 PLO for almost $14,000. Big queso, Jim Collopy.
Yeah, Queso's been killing it for years and years and years. Many titles everywhere. Add another Venetian one. Great at PLO. Great guy. Good at life. Cool dude.
Yeah, and in final news for results from the Venetian, I mean, there's, like I said, 121 events. You can check out the full recap on PokerNews.com, but I do want to talk about a pair of MSPT tournaments that took place in July. Obviously, the MSPT near and dear to my heart. I host the MSPT podcast presented by Poker News with Kinda England. We've recorded in this studio many times. You can check it out. They had a pair of events, back-to-back events. There was the $1,100 MSPT Venetian, which drew 1,495 runners, was won by Peter Walsworth for $168,000 heads-up deal with Dimitrios Anastasakis. I might have gotten that one. I don't know.
That sounded good.
$156,000 for him. And then immediately they ran it back with the $1,600 MSPT Heart Poker Championship, 878 runners, and it was Adam Walton taking that down for $185,000. That name sound familiar?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Adam Walton and I used to play 2-5 like 9 years ago. He got third in the main, I believe, and he's had a bunch of tournament success in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yep, he third place finisher a few years back in the WSOP main event. So here he is taking this one down. Shout out to Raminder Singh. Took fourth for $79,000. He is based out of Florida, plays at the Seminole Hard Rock down there. He's a crusher. Has done some shows for Poker News. Did the Life Outside Poker podcast with Connor Richards. So definitely check that out. And speaking of Florida and his home turf, if you will, the MSPT has partnered with the Seminole Hard Rock to do the Rock and Roll Poker Open, RRPO, this year, which will be November 18th through December 2nd. Anybody who's won an MSPT main event wins their way into that tournament, $3,500 seat. Should be fun, $2 million guarantee. I'm going to try to go down there for that, not only because it's MSPT, Seminole Hard Rock, but it's football season. You know I love my Dolphins, and I know there's a home game around that time. So
sweet, yeah, you get to see your boy Malik Willis throw 6 interceptions, and you guys get to tank. And
it could be. Have you been to the Seminole Hard Rock down there?
No, never.
Yeah, I know you don't travel. Well, I mean, you're getting a taste of it across the street from here. They're building the.
I'm very excited for that. It looks sick.
Yeah, the progress that they did since the beginning of the year up until here, the end of the summer, is pretty incredible. I think they're slated to open probably early next year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I can't wait. And they're going to have poker here, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard conflicting reports. I'm going to say no, which I think would be a big mistake, because I did put out a tweet about this and some people chimed in like, no, they're not going to. But if you've played at the Seminole Hard Rock in South Florida, you know the poker experience. You'd like to see that replicated here. But if they don't, the good news is you can come right over here to the Venetian, because they got a beautiful poker room, lots of good tournaments, and good cash games, which is a good segue to talk about some of the cash games that took place this summer. So obviously the tournament series was a big success, lots of big winners, but throughout, Venetian Poker Live aired some live stream cash games from here. Good friends of mine like Remco Rinkema were on the call, and one of them involved Michael the Grinder Mizrachi, who's been a Venetian ambassador since his win last year. Do you have much interaction? Have you played with the Grinder?
Yeah, we played one of the events toward the end of the summer. We were talking a little bit. Cool guy. We actually played a pot where I had like 12 big blinds to start, button versus big blind, and somehow we like 6-bet got it on the flop, like 1 big blind, 2 big blind, 3.2 big blinds, 4 point, you know what I mean? It was pretty sick. And I doubled up through him, and then we got moved tables, but cool guy, nice dude. And yeah, it was a fun table, good ambassador for the game.
Yeah, he's done $200 bounty events here. I've played them at the Venetian. You get to play with Michael the Grinder Mizrachi, which is great, but he also hosts the Grinders game here in Venetian Poker Live, which is a higher stakes cash game. And there was a hand from late July. It was actually the last hand of the game involving the Grinder, who admittedly was short stacked. He was going to get all in for $1,350, but between Isaac and Chino Rheen, things really took off. And we're going to show it and we'll talk about it. Check it out.
And give him a courtesy double up. It's just
Final end of the session here.
Go. I need to go.
Ace Jack suited for Grinder, and he's all in again for $1,350.
4.
Gee, I might give you
Pocket kings for Chino Rheen. And the dynamics at play here are insane. John Isaac has already made his 4,000 with Queen 5 suited.
Thanks for your protection.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my 900.
Like, what are you doing?
He said,
You didn't even let me put an amount up.
I was about to say, I was like,
12,000 from Chino.
That was strong though, man. Fucking called it out of turn.
yeah.
Brandon Mucks,
Nice.
Ace 10 suited.
Oh my God,
Very sad, right?
it is. I would do the same thing.
Back over to John Isaac now.
Same. 5, 20.
What do we do if he doesn't do that?
32.
Just put it in.
Oh man,
Okay, hold
this
on. We
is
got to make this pot right.
a massive pot.
So, what does he have?
13 times 5.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to put 1,000. I'm going to put 1,000 like this.
Want green?
Oh, I have it, but I'm going to.
All
This
right,
is the last
accounting
time
being
for Twitter.
verified by Chino.
Okay, so there's my.
Grinder all
12.
in for
All right, I have a new
$1,350.
business proposal for
So
you.
the main pot will be 4,200.
Here, I'll give you
Already
13.
21,300 on the
That's what he has.
side,
$3.
as John Isaac is in there with the Queen 5 of spades.
Yeah.
Here's the flop. Oh my God! Queen 8, and John Isaac jams for 27,500
You just shoved
to
the
put
flop?
Chino all in. This is disgusting. This is
Okay, I'm
absolutely disgusting.
You just bought 3.
How much you have, bro?
Dead.
Damn, dude, I was crushing it. Now I'm just going to get stacked.
Saving the business.
Keep thinking of float. I thought you were going
How
for
much do you have?
Chino's spot on.
I like it.
$100 more. Which the
That's
pile.
10, that's 25.
Brother, why would you just
How do I
shove
get
the
it?
flop like that?
I'll bring it to you.
Okay,
I mean, I don't think I'm
grab
going
it to you.
to fold.
perfect.
I don't think I'm going to fold, but I mean, if you got a queen. Once or
He does
twice.
make the call.
Whatever you want, I have a queen.
Monster pot.
Twice.
Absolute monster to go in twice. There's 80,000 in the middle, 9 on the turn, and a 6 on the river on the first run out. What a disgusting hand for Chino Rheen. We've totally forgotten about the involvement of Michael Mizrachi,
Nice hand.
but there it is.
Wait,
John
I
Isaac
put money into this pot.
scooping the whole thing.
It's right here. It's right here. No problem. Count your stack.
He's got
Wow.
36.
What a monster pot. 80K heading in John Isaac's direction.
35? Oh, you have me covered, bro.
Michael Mizrachi
36.
has got nothing going on in this hand. It is all about John Isaac.
All right, so there you have it. Grinder gets his short stack all in. Isaac 3-bets it to 4K with Queen 5. Chino wakes up with kings, makes it 12K to go with the 4-bet. Isaac calls, flops, trip queens, and just jams it all in. What did you make of that, Sam?
Yeah, it just seems like Isaac is a giant whale. I don't know. Maybe there was some sort of like Nick game thing going on here, but yeah, my boy Isaac was really getting out there with the Queen 5 suited against the 3-bet from Chino. It looks like there must be some Nick game or something going on with the buttons, but at the same time, yeah, I'm just not going to open jam the queen on the Queen 8. He like somehow almost gets Chino to fold with a SPR of like 1 or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's just a cooler, unlucky. That's poker. That's gambling. It happens. Michael Mizrachi with the ace-jack suited, nothing you can do pre-flop. So, pretty crazy situation. And yeah, you don't expect to see the queen there a lot.
I mean, that's what, that's the next level, right? Like, he would never expect me to just open jam all in for $27,500. It's just, it's an interesting, weird spot. I don't know what I do with kings there. I mean, I probably end up calling as well. I don't know the
It would
context
be
and the history of these
insane
guys.
not
But
to call. The SPR is one. It's like you literally
Yeah.
you could never get away from kings on. It would be impossible. It would be literally like you'd have to literally show me the queen, where I'd have to have the craziest live read of all time. You can't fold kings there. I mean, if the man has queen 5 suited, let's just think of it. He also has, he can just have 9-10 here, you know what I mean? He can have pocket 6s and just be like, I think you have ace jack, ace 10.
And I do want to show another quick hand. This one not as interesting nor as big, but it was from a newer game here at the Venetian called Joe's Game. This was one of the more recent streams at Venetian Poker Live. You can check out their archives on YouTube, absolutely free. A lot of fun. This was between Dan and Santino. There was a third player involved, Bij, B-I-J. I don't know if maybe I butchered that, but just 3 ways. Check it out.
I got a lot of it.
Jack 5 suited for Santino makes it 300. Bijan with 10-3 off makes the call.
100? You too, 100? Both?
No,
And
probably
some
like 70.
scrappy hands here going at it.
I think he really stole it.
He makes it like 80%.
You're going to say that if he didn't.
10-8-4 with diamonds. Santino flops a flush draw. But Dan flopping a set while Bijan hits top pair. Definitely some stuff possible here.
No, and I just didn't. I
realized
I was looking. I just wanted to see check, dude. I just checked.
way more.
That's it.
Double.
Well, that was like ridiculous. That's like
pump fake,
huge,
bro.
fucking clamp.
King of hearts on the turn.
Like,
Still 3 players.
like Joe can't do 100 push-ups, and Joe's like a fucking 600.
Mullen.
How do you know that?
Wow, look at this. 600 from Dan. Santino jams with his draw. Dan happy to snap us off with a set.
Once or twice.
Santino looking for a diamond. 3 of which have been folded, only 4 remaining.
100's what?
Oh, you're good.
Well, I mean, you need your card anyway.
Santino in search of diamonds.
That's straight.
Doesn't come on the first one. Still can chop
That
this.
is a straight.
It's a short straight.
And
Is that
it's
it?
2 blanks.
Give him one more river.
Throw another one out there, dude.
Santino loses a big one here to Dan.
Rig, dude. Oh, man.
All right, so there you have it. Dan with a set of 4s, taking it down after Santino, rips it in there with the flush draw and misses. It's a fun game. I got some info I'll share on Joe, who's behind the game. It's called Joe's Game. But Mike, we got to see you in here. You're a tournament guy. You got to get in these cash games.
No, I love
sometimes.
playing. Like, listen, if a cash game is going to be fun and everyone's talking and it's not like, I don't want to play a cash game where it's like me and 6 crushers and we're all like, number one, I'm not that great at cash games. But I love to talk. I love to have fun. I think I'd be great in a game like this. I mean, this looks like a fun time. So I would love to play that.
We should talk to Tommy here at Venetian about maybe can we do a Poker News podcast game sometime? Me, Ben, and invite Prison Mike or whoever else.
Yeah, no, that would be super sick. We should absolutely do that, and we should set that up immediately.
We'll have to see. So this is Joe's Game. Joe Bargy. He's from San Jose, California. Big 49ers fan. Graduated UNLV. He is married with 3 kids. Plays soccer, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I don't know if he's as good as Jonah Hill. Did you see it?
Yeah. No, I love that. It's so ridiculous.
He says he's got a wealth management business, but his passion is poker. And so he's got Joe's Game, which has been running for a few years, and now they're here at the Venetian Poker Live. So like I said, if you want to check it out, cast of characters among these games. It's not just his. They've got Oaken's game. We've had Brian Oaken on this very show talking about it. So I don't know. I'm a big fan of what Venetian Poker Live is doing, mixing it up between some of their final tables for their bigger tournament series, but cash games between Joe's Game, Oaken's game, Grinder's game.
No,
etc.
Me too. I'd love to commentate one of these as well, or play, or anything like that. I've told them since the beginning I would love to get involved in something like that, and I like what the Venetian's doing. As far as since they've moved their poker room, they got this set up here. They got the free. I've got to say, the fact that they have the drinks, legitimately, the fact that you can just walk up and get a Coke Zero, it's such a ridiculously good amenity. Like, I can't explain it. There's nothing more annoying than playing in other series in another casino during the summer, WSOP, and there's just no waiters and waitresses. So it's nice to be able just to walk up and be like, oh, look, I have my drink of choice, and they're all right here. So good stuff.
And the bathrooms are like right there as well. You don't actually have to leave the room whatsoever. So big fan of the Venetian Poker Room. If you've never checked it out, be sure you do so on your next visit to Las Vegas. Mike, before we wrap up this episode, I do want a quick look back on episode 1000. It was a lot of fun, a special night. what did you what did you think? Did it go well? Did your feedback good from your friends and family that were there?
Everyone loved it. I mean, that's what it seemed like happened, was everyone really liked it and enjoyed it. I honestly, when it was going on, I liked it. I felt like I didn't talk very much during the episode, but that's fine by design, and I got some good jokes in there left and right. It was just cool to have everyone together that like has helped build the podcast and has been here the whole time. It's cool that Matt Savage came out. It's ironic that Matt Savage is the biggest fan of the podcast. I mean, maybe not ironic, but just like pretty interesting. You know, that's not who I would have thought it was. So pretty cool stuff, and yeah, I loved it. It was great, and it felt like a moment, like almost like like we did it. You know, like it felt like we built something, and it's really great.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job of celebrating with Jeremy Osmus, one of the biggest names in poker. So having like this headline guest, recognizing the moment of what was happening in the poker world. I mean, it was the day before the World Series of Poker main event final table. So getting Greg Mueller and Michael Gagliano there was great. But then taking the opportunity to honor the legacy in the past. So like one of my favorite photos that was taken during this time was of us plus all the past guests, past hosts, that were there. So to have Sarah Herring there and Jesse Folan, and it was just awesome. Remco was there, Donnie Peters. So that was very special for me. And then also I had my mom there.
That was great.
Yeah, my mom went through cancer, is in remission, complete response, thankfully. And I said, you know what, after the summer, after the World Series is done, let's go on a trip, and ended up, let me bring her out to Vegas, do the 1,000th episode. She's never seen me do this or work in the poker world. And I've been doing it for like 17 years.
Yeah.
So that was very powerful for me. And just 1,000 episodes. I think a lot of people knew about our show, but might not have known that we've been around for, not us personally, we haven't been there, the whole thing, but the legacy of the Poker News podcast. So, and here we are on episode 1,002 already.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Chugging right along. So we'll have more episodes. We're back to 1 a week now. 4 a week was a bit much, but we had to do that to get to episode 1,000.
I think 4 a week wasn't enough. I think it should be 5 days a week. I'm not joking.
I'm in. I'm game. Our editor Adam behind you, I don't know if he's game, but we've got some plans for the remainder of 2026. Obviously, we'll be doing at least 1 a week. There'll be emergency episodes. We're gonna have to keep an eye on Texas poker. What's going on down there?
I'll be down there for the Texas Card House circuit in September. It's gonna be exciting stuff.
Maurice Hawkins still got his bankruptcy case pending, so I'm gonna keep an eye on that.
I just don't care. I don't care. It's just everyone knows he's a bad person. We get it. It's I mean, I guess we are the Poker News. We have to report the Poker News, but man, a lot of Maurice, a lot of people this summer had to tell me about how much they love the Maurice Hawkins thing. A lot of older white men too, not very comfortable with that.
Bay 101 Shooting Star is coming up for the WPT. I don't know. I've got my eye on that one. We'll say it is a special event. Actually, one of the events that got me into poker. I used to love watching those old episodes with the T-shirts. You knock somebody out, you got them to sign their T-shirt. The decks of cards that had the bounties' faces on it and stuff. So that's coming up. And WSOP Paradise is at the end of the year. WPT World Championship is at the end of the year. I don't know. I think. I don't know what we're going to do quite yet, but I know we're going to be doing some big stuff, Mike. But it's just going to be you and I with some guest hosts for a while because our boy Ben, he's MIA here.
He's big time in us.
He's in Hollywood. Well, not actual Hollywood. I think he's in New York State, but for Hollywood reasons, he's on a movie set doing some movie business.
Sick. Yeah.
With some pretty big names like
Riley Reid, what's Johnny Sins,
Kathy Bates is more like
the crossover episode.
Yeah, but Ben will hopefully be able to check in from time to time. So, Mike, let's put a pin on it. This is episode 1002 of the Poker News Podcast. We'll be back next week, Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm Chad Holloway. Mike Holtz from the Venetian Poker Live Studio. Until then, we'll keep a seat open for you.